It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
Austin Eckler now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of Debo. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Now Robinson. Woo. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Tress Way now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3 and out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll work this out to the 23. Deron Payne there for the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Man in motion is Brown. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And no chance to turn and go That one good for just a couple.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Man in motion is Brown. Second down, Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Lawrence to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Lawrence. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle. On second down, it's Daniels. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They go play action for Lawrence. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
1st and 10. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Commanders come up with it inside the 30. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Now Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the give, it's ETN. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They put Strange in motion. On first down, Lawrence. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2, Greg. He is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Eckler on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing again, Daniels. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on time in his drive, and then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Got a man, it's Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now 3rd and goal coming up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
To the air again is Daniels. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Commanders have tied it at 17.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Bigsby to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Jaguars offense, and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Etienne. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here comes Etienne running to the left. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now here's Lawrence. A quick slam into the hands of Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll run. It's ETN. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
They'll run it here with ETN. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum field. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will go up by 7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll motion over Samuel. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try and pick this up by running option to the right. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jags offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On the draw, the give to ETN. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the ground, here's ETN. He'll get this to about midfield. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Look him up on a second down and 8. Lawrence will give it to Bigsby. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Here's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's complete to ETN.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
2nd down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On first down, Lawrence. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Back to throw. Lawrence. He pulls it in around the 5. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got a man. It's McLaurin. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and it'll bring up second down.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A ball deep for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the right side, catch made by McLaurin. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got it at the 3. Second and goal. Throwing again. Daniels. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Gonzalez now for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will cut the deficit to 7. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. This run straight ahead for ETN. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Bigsby. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Up the middle, here's ETN. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Once again, it's ETN. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.